Good morning, everybody. It is actually morning. I promised y'all I would show you what I got from the thrift store yesterday. And so I have my receipt even because I looked at it because it seemed like I paid maybe $1 or $2 more than I should have, but I didn't. She did it exactly right. So almost everything I bought was half price. I went in there looking for some fleece material to work on my blanket, which means I'm gonna cut it up. So I wasn't wanting anything pricey. And now that I know what the prices were, there was a blanket I put back for $2 for the boys that would have only been $1. So I should have got it. I might go back, but there's no telling if that stuff will still be half off. So yeah, here's what I did. Okay, so pictures and linens were half off. So what I'll do is I'll get rid of the stuff that wasn't half off. The first thing, so I had this bowl. It was carnival glass. It was green with the swirly colors in it. I had found it in Texas in my friend's yard. I guess they were using it for a water bowl for the dogs or something. And it had dirt in it and been out there for a while. And I asked him if I could have it. And he said yes. And I broke it. And what it was is it was a catch-all bowl. I used it for a catch-all bowl because it had a crack in it. But it was so cool. I mean, it would still hold things. But I figured it would better use it for that. So I used it for that for many years. It used to sit in front of my sink in Smithville because it matched my green and blue tiles. I loved it. And I broke it. My countertop here is, of course, different. And I kept that bowl by the door. And I pushed it right off the edge one day. I was very sad. I wanted to save the glass because it's, you know, got different colors in it. And use it for some kind of craft thing. But as you've seen my craft room, you know that it's full. Oh, so I wanted to do this video downstairs, but on the dining room table, but I just didn't seem to have an opportunity. Keith's down there watching TV right now. So I'm taking care of it right here in my bedroom, catch-all, craft room, laundry room, blah, blah, blah. So here's my receipt. And the prices, you can see, are very low. If you can see. Do I need to do closer? Whoa. Okay. First thing, and I'm not even sure it'll work or it'll fit in that little area because I only got about that much room. That's why the bowl got pushed off in the first place. I found this, their glass prices were very reasonable, but I don't really have any room to collect fancy glass, which is the reason why a lot of people don't do it anymore. Now, I could get rid of everything I had and go for better, and I've thought about that. But I don't know. Anyways, that sounds like a chore. I got this bowl, because it's not very wide, to see if it will replace that spot. And it was 75 cents. Does that show up backwards or forwards? I don't even know. But it was 75 cents. So, somebody loved it. It had gold trim. And it was a very pretty bowl to relish something, you know, pickles, I don't know. Anyways, 75 cents. And then we have an ice maker on our refrigerator. And when I bought my refrigerator, okay, let's go back here. I've had 2 new refrigerators in my life. Let me get a drink of tea. It's been one of those mornings. I've had 2 new refrigerators in my life, and I agonized over the choice. You know, internet searching, both in the, I never had a new refrigerator when I was young. I actually had a refrigerator that had the coolant tube hanging off it to keep it running cold. Slim times, y'all, slim times. When my kids were little, and washing clothes in the bathtub and all that stuff. So my first refrigerator that I bought for myself new, I agonized over the choice. I got a regular stand-up refrigerator, and I think I paid $900 for it. It was big. It was really big. And it was just a regular, no refrigerator on the bottom, freezer on the top, and I got an ice maker. I was so proud of that thing. And the ice maker didn't last. It got broken, I think, but every once in a while it'd still spit out some ice. It wasn't me that broke it. He shall remain unnamed. So not very good luck with that ice maker, although I loved that fridge and I left it behind at the house. I wonder what they did with it. Sad. The drawers slid out. It was a good fridge. I probably should have taken it because they tore that house down, y'all. Anyways, I digress. Anyways, I keep a couple of... So I bought this new refrigerator, which is a side-by-side, and it's a Whirlpool. And I paid, I think, $1,000 for it. And that was, shoot, almost 20 years after I paid $900 for the other one. So I thought I got a pretty good deal. Now, on the reviews, it said the ice maker was kind of loud. And that was the only bad reviews, that the ice maker wasn't fantastic. Should have known, right? No, the ice maker works. It works fine. It is kind of loud. It sounds like there's a bunch of people in there working. But it's not fast. And we are... This is a McDonald's cup from my daughter, Haley. I think she gave them to Brianna, and then I got them. I only have 2 left. I think one broke. How old are these, y'all? Kermit the Frog. I see, you can see the McDonald's right there. Where was I? So anyways, it's slow. So I keep a couple of ice trays in the freezer. And they don't last forever. They always crack eventually. I see a hair in this one. So, for 25 cents each, I got 2 ice trays. I also keep a couple at the camp. And I believe I did leave them at the house in Texas. In the old refrigerator. That refrigerator came with the house. And we keep it unplugged when we're not there. There's always the chance we could go and plug it in and it doesn't work. So we'll take a cooler with us, of course, because like this time, if I go, we're only staying a week. I don't even know if I'll plug it in. I may just use the cooler, you know. We'll see. So I think that hair probably came from Ruth. 25 cents, 50 cents. So we are up to $1.25. Okay, so then we got to the linens. Linens is where it went first, actually. So, half off. I didn't realize it. I thought linens meant sheets and perhaps, you know, linens like pillowcases, things like that. But it meant everything. So I didn't even know. So I was careful when I was shopping not to spend a bunch. And I don't have anywhere to store more blankets. I think I could, you know, do I need a few more? I don't know. Anyways, like I said, I put one back, and it was only $1. So that was crazy. Why didn't I get it? So I was kind of careful about what I bought when I was there. So I got, let's see, price tags. $2.50. Oh, I paid $2.50 for this. Okay, so when I looked online, for 1.5 yards to 2 yards of fleece material, and this is plain stuff. They had some prettier stuff, of course. It was $8 to $10. The cheapest I found was like $6 something, and I need to get it out of my cart because I did not buy it. So half off is $1.25 for this. And you know, it's one of those blankets that they sell at Christmas time. It's probably, I don't know, is that 1 yard, 2 yards of material? Anyways, it cost me $1.25 instead of $6. And I don't feel bad a bit about cutting it up. It's just a dark blue, which is perfect. And then I found this one, and I like this one. I'm going to feel a little bit worse about cutting this one up because it's cute, but it'll look really pretty in the rug. Also $1.25. And look at all that material. That is going to make so many strips, y'all, and long strips. I can cut them long so I don't have to have near as many places where I sew them together. Perfect. Can't believe I didn't think of that earlier, or maybe I did. Okay, so this one was even cheaper. And this says a pet blanket. So somebody used it for a pet blanket. And it was $1.50, so that means 75 cents. And I thought these colors into strips will be really pretty. And it'll break up the monotony of the blue and black. I also have one pair of blue jeans to cut into strips that my daughter gave me. And I have one pair of black jeans still up on the shelf that I guess I hadn't cut up because I didn't. They're good jeans, but they don't fit Keith anymore. I thought about giving them away, but I think I'll just cut them up and use them. So, because I need to mix them. Because the fluff is pretty and looks really good in the rugs, but I'm worried about it having enough weight to lay well, you know, to lay flat on the floor. So I'm going to mix some jeans up with it so it lays better. So that's 3. That's going to make a lot. This is a lot of material. And then, so I have, it's a lot of material. So this is going to do quite a bit for the rug. And it is going to be big. It'll get unwieldy to do after a while. But I'm going to keep going because we got plenty of winter time left. I got another month that I can sew. Let's see, this is middle January, middle February, middle March. I have 2 months that I can sew almost. So, yeah, I think I got plenty of time. And then the last one I got. So we might be having an upcoming trip. I'm probably going to go. Unless something comes up, I'm going to go. Ruth is an awful car rider. She really is. She's nervous. She whines. She slobbers on everything. She wants to be right up in our laps. She's a very good dog, but she's not a good car rider. Apollo is a very good car rider. So I think I'm going to put her in a cage in the back of the Lincoln, and she's going to hate it. And when you make her go in the back or stay where she doesn't want to be, she chews stuff up. She never chews stuff up, but she chews stuff up then. So we've got 2 cages. I'm going to put the small, I thought about putting them both together, but she's mean too. And I'm afraid that close quarters, she might end up getting in a fight with Apollo. So I think Apollo's going to ride in the back seat with Isaiah, who wants to go see his friend. And we have warned him, y'all. We tried to do a no kid trip. And we have warned him there's no internet there. He doesn't have a phone for various reasons. But he did have it. He broke them. Just ones that, you know, played games and stuff they didn't have. He has a tablet, but he gets into stuff he shouldn't be on. So he doesn't have internet. He won't have internet on the trip. He does have a PlayStation, though. Don't worry. He has stuff to play on. So he won't have internet on the trip, and his friend doesn't have the spring break that he has, so he will be stuck with us all day. And his friend also has a steady girlfriend now because they're getting older. So we're afraid he's going to be bored and wish he hadn't came, but we have totally warned him. And he wants to go, and I'm not going to, I don't want to hear on down the road, you wouldn't let me go see my friend. So we're going to take him. Would it be nice to have a trip without a kid? I can't even express what it would be like because we don't know. So anyways, that's how that's going to go. So back to the trip, the cage. I have a mat coming for her, a big crate mat, which I've been thinking about getting one to put under my bed because they sleep under my bed too. I think it'll work for that, but I'm going to put it in her cage. And I got this to put on top of it, a buck. It says 2, so a buck, because she chews stuff. So I figure this guy can get all chewed up for the trip, and that way she won't hopefully chew up the new mat, which was $20. I thought about buying that too. Should I have made one? But you know, I treated myself. So that is actually a dog blanket, and I'm really not wanting pink in my rug. Pink and purple. Oh, I do like purple. But that's for Ruth. And then the last thing is pictures. I didn't need any pictures, but I got some. They were half off. So the first one is the one that I really didn't need, but I really liked. My daughter's boyfriend just went to Venice, and that's one of the things I actually would love to see. I don't know if I want to travel that far ever, or if I ever will. Probably not. But I've always been intrigued by Venice because it's built on poles of wood. If in case you don't know that, it's just wood poles pounded, a billion of them probably, pounded into the mud. How many years ago? Hundreds of years ago? A couple hundred years ago? That's what they did. That's what it's built on, in case you don't know. And I've always just been intrigued by the houses and how they're right there on the water, and is there more underneath that have sunk, and just it's very intriguing to me. And pretty. It's beautiful. So I do believe this is Venice. And it was $4, so it was $2. And it's cool. Don't know where I'll hang it. I'm going to get some Old English after these. It's kind of scratched up on each side. Like, I don't know. I don't know why that is. Somebody was chewing on it. I don't know. But I'm going to take a little furniture polish after it. And you know, not sure where it's going to go. Might go above my mirror here in my bedroom, because it doesn't quite go with anything else. So $2. This was my fanciful buy. One of them. Then this guy, I couldn't resist. Does anybody know who this is? It is Wallace Perrion, 1946. I thought he needed a home. It was 50 cents, so it was a quarter. Where should I hang him? I might use the frame, but it's actually got paper on the back, and it's even got little stoppers for your wall. 1946. "21 years before I was born." He'd be 76. 76. I don't think he's alive because his picture was at the thrift store. So there's a quarter. It's a good frame. I don't know. Maybe I'll hang him in the barn. I don't know. He looks like he needs a home, huh? So that was a quarter. That was a fanciful quarter for sure. This one I bought as a gift. He shall remain unnamed because he doesn't know yet. And it's hand painted, and that is the reason I got it. It was $2, so I paid $1. So that is for somebody in mind that I thought might like it. It's not the most amazing picture, but it's pretty cool. And then in my guest room, I have one picture of the Peanuts. of, is it Sally and Snoopy on the ice from a puzzle that I found in the old trailer that I did and framed. It's basically my only picture. And I have a stained glass lighthouse that I got from my stepfather. So there's not a real theme going on there, and I do love lighthouses. I did see a lighthouse lamp a while back for $10 that I did not pick up, and I'm still regretting, obviously. So I thought, can you see it? The glare is a little bad. This is a pretty good one, and it's a pretty good frame. And it was $4, so I paid $2 for it. Ooh, it's got a little bit of a nail sticking out back here. See that? Ooh, a couple of them. That'll scratch my wall. I guess I better tap those in careful, huh? I don't know why they were sticking out like that. Hope I can tap them in there without breaking the... Ooh, I don't know about that. And then here is the last one. Let's see, how can we get that in there so you don't see the glare? I really like this one. I really like Thomas Kincaid, but I don't like paying the big bucks for his kind of work or the things that he does. So this one was $6. This was my big buy. So I paid $3. It has a price tag of $14.99 on it. So I don't feel bad. Somebody paid $14.99 for it, and it's got a really pretty frame. So I was thinking both of those lighthouse pictures, one above each bed in the guest room. I think that would be very pretty. And I want to live here. So for all of that, I paid $13.75, 83 cents in tax. So I paid $14.58 for all my finds. I could have paid that for just 2 things of material for my rug, which would have been crazy. Because my whole thing about making stuff is making from nothing, or as near to nothing as you can get. You do have to pay for thread and needles and things, but I love to make my crafts out of as little as possible. So there you go. That's a very long video to show you all that stuff. And it's me in the morning. I took my hair out of the ponytail. I did not brush it. I did put a shirt on and some pants. And I hope y'all have a wonderful Sunday. And I will be working on my strips today, I think, so I can start adding on some stuff. There you go. I hope y'all are having a good Friday. It is cold here. You saw my people out there on the ice. We did have a couple days of sunshine. Today looks a little bit overcast out there, but it's still cold. We got lots of winter left. I needed something to do, and I found a new awesome thrift store. I found a bunch of other treasures, but they were kind of pricey. The furniture was kind of pricey. I found a dining room table, kind of like my free dining room table and chairs down there. And in case you're just watching, I found my dining room table and chairs on the side of the road for free with 8 chairs. It was crazy, the old Formica kind. And I saw one at the thrift store for $125. It was not near as nice. So I felt really good about that. There was an old steamer trunk I would have loved to have made into my coffee table. They wanted $150 for it. It was in pretty good shape. It didn't have the handles on the sides anymore, and of course it didn't have the key, which would have been crazy. But for that price, I would have wanted the handles and the key. A couple other coffee tables that I liked. There was a long one that I liked. It was still $40 for very, very used. A little pricey. Some of the stuff was a little pricey, but most of it was very reasonable. I'll be going again, of course. New thrift store. And I think it was closer to get to Prudenville that way. So, heck, I gotta pass by it to get to Walmart. Okay, y'all. Have a great Sunday. I got kids downstairs. They're supposed to be eating cereal. I haven't heard anybody budge. Y'all take it easy. Thanks for watching.